Anybody can make this. Super delicious, big batch, on a budget. You'll love this. Today I want to share how to make something that can feed the family for minimal cost, maximum flavor. And it's going to require 2 ingredients. From there, we'll start building some flavors, but you can make the soup just super basic like this as we start to build flavors and add ingredients, and then we'll just level it up. Soup pot, biggest one I got in the house. We're going to use this, and I'm going to just start right away by cranking this on. Get that going. Second, a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. These ones have carrots, peas, green beans, and corn in them. I'm just going to add the veg right to the pan. Yes, you can add garlic, you could add oil, you could add whatever you want to this. I'm sharing simple, super basic first. Grab a spoon. This is a V8 juice, a vegetable juice. It's tomato juice with some flavor. Now, I personally don't like drinking this stuff, but I will eat it hot as a soup. So I'm just going to add this right to it. This right here is super nutritious, and it would be really good, just as it is. And I would let it come to a boil, lower it to a simmer, and you could eat it just like this. Of course, we're gonna add some more things to make it better. One thing I'm gonna do is fill this up about halfway with water and add that. Maybe it's a little bit more than half. Got that? Adding that right to it. This recycle. I buy bouillon, so this is a vegetable bouillon in bulk, veggie bouillon. And it's gluten-free, which is great. So this will be a gluten-free dish. And you can use any kind of paste, bouillon cubes, whatever kind you want. I like vegetables, I'm not eating any animal products, so I just go with the veggie broth. And I'm trying to see if there's any directions on here. It says for a gallon to use a half a cup. So I'm just gonna use a couple tablespoons. 1, 2. And I'm gonna stir that in. And I will taste it. I'm gonna set this to the side in case we need it more. Other items I have is a few cans of beans. And first of all, I'm just gonna strain them quick. And to do that, I have my little trusty strainer. I'm just gonna come over here, crank on the water. And today I'm gonna use a butter bean. I just using whatever I have in the fridge, in the cupboards. Some can of chickpeas. And a can of white beans. So they're all pretty light colored. And just give them a good rinse. Once they're rinsed, I'm just gonna add them right to the soup. So 3 cans of beans. Yeah, there's a little liquid in there from draining. Super easy, guys. I said super easy. I wanna say I almost feel silly, but this is a good recipe. Right, so to add a bit more flavor, I am gonna I have 5 cloves of good sized garlic. And I'm just gonna do a quick chop, smash, not even smash, just a quick slice and dice. I'm a big fan of garlic. I'll use a good amount of it. You could add more, you could add less if you don't like it. You don't have to add any at all if you don't have any or you don't want to have any or you're allergic to it for some reason. And it's just rough. Now we'll just add that right to it. Easy. Okay. Get that? I got 2 bay leaves. I have a lemon. And my trusty lemon squeezer. Oh. I messed up. Before I do that, I'm gonna use all of the lemon. Now we're gonna have to do it cut in half, but I'm just gonna do this around the edge. Of course, I would do it when it was whole if I didn't forget to cut it, which I did. I just got back in the van yesterday with Frankie. We kind of booted right across the country from the Northeast down here to take care of some business that I have. I'll have some news to share pretty soon, but just wanted to get down here and make this soup, make some videos, do some food. I've been itching to do it. I didn't get enough in the van as much as I wanted to, because I was honestly I'm my own worst enemy. I just can't get out of my own way sometimes. So I'm just gonna add that lemon juice right to it. So you got lemon, the lemon zest, the garlic. Oh, beautiful. Now this might surprise some people, but I'm gonna add 1 whole stick of cinnamon right in it. And I'm gonna give that a little stir. I'm gonna bring that to a boil. So for seasonings, I have a little bit of oregano, and I'm gonna add, oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon. And then I have some granulated garlic. Again, maybe a tablespoon, maybe 2. I like adding the multiple garlics because they both offer different flavors. You have the fresh garlic, you have the granulated garlic, the garlic granulated, not the garlic powder, granulated. Once I learn how to talk better. Also, I have some onion granulated right here. Same, I'm probably gonna add a good tablespoon or 2. And we can always add more. You can fluctuate if you like different flavors. A nice barbecue rub might be good in this as well. Some Cajun seasoning, whatever you want. Just play with it. I haven't added any salt and pepper yet, so. Yeah, it's good right now. I'm gonna bust out the salt and pepper I got, so just regular ground pepper and salt. I'm a big fan of black pepper, so I might add more than a normal person. I'm probably gonna add a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons. And then salt. Remember, I have the bouillon in there, and it didn't taste overly salty. I might add a little bit more, but I'm gonna add a good 2 pinches of salt here. Now, always start off with less. You can always add more. You can never take away. It's one thing we learned growing up, or I did anyways. It can be inexpensive and cheap and easy, but I'm still gonna be clean. So one thing I'm gonna add that maybe you don't have to add is chili flakes. So I'm gonna add 1 pinch. It's probably gonna be 1 teaspoon. I like a little bit of spice in my life. It's gonna be a nice, comforting soup. Beans, some veg, all very easy. It's taken inspiration from when I was growing up. My mom used to make a soup using tomato juice like this. So I was just inspired and was thinking about that on the drive back to make this and how easy and inexpensive it is. The tomato juice, the vegetable juice, sorry, it was like $4.18, and that bag of veg was like $2.50. So you're looking at almost $7 for something that will feed a good amount. You could add more water, you could bulk it up. You could thicken it up with a little cornstarch and water if you want, just to bulk it out a little bit more. You could add either pasta or you could add some rice. Like I would add a cup or 2 of pasta or orzo. You could add 1 cup of rice and then let that rice cook in it. But I think I'm gonna add, all right, I got a few potatoes. I got 5 potatoes here. I just had them I actually had them in the van. I'm trying not to waste anything that I had in the van. We're just gonna do a quick dice. Similar to the veg that are in there. I'm just gonna set it up. Now sometimes I'll just play a game when I'm slicing, and I can line them all up here and then do it quickly when I'm ready with the ends. Don't let any get away. Now I'm just gonna slice it into 3s, stack it up. Always practicing. Anytime I use a knife is a good time to practice my knife skills. And I'm always choking up on the knife, on the handle. My fingers always holding it like this, and then wrapping around the blade. Too many people I see holding it like this, and you don't have full control over it like that. It's a good way to cut yourself. I always hold it like this. That way, you just have full control. It's an extension of your arm, and obviously the claw behind it, with your thumb behind your fingers. Just lower it down to a simmer for now. You could do these potatoes ahead of time. I was just trying to decide what I was going to do as we're doing it, so whether I was going to add rice or pasta, but potatoes is a great choice. And this soup, I'll have it for dinner tonight, but I'll also have it. Fine soup is always better the next day, so I'll have this tomorrow for lunch and dinner as well. Just gonna add those potatoes right to the soup. Careful not to burn yourself. All of them. Crank that back up to a medium high, and we'll cook out those potatoes. Like, I'm literally just gonna use up what I have. So I have like a little bit of corn. It's probably this much in it, not too much. So I'm just gonna add that. Like, why not? Just use up some of that veg I had in the freezer. This is gonna be done in about 5 minutes, and I am gonna show how I would top it with different toppers. This is a very good soup right now. After it cools down, take the cinnamon stick out of it so it just doesn't sit there and get bitter, because it's got a real nice flavor right now. And then you can top it with whatever you want, whether you're adding croutons, serve it with garlic bread. I'm going to use some of this Follow Your Heart feta cheese, if you've heard about it. And then also, I have a little bit of Beyond Meat, and all I did was take the package, crumble it up on a sheet pan, added some garlic, granulated garlic, and some fajita spice to it, and then just roasted it at like 350 degrees for about 40 minutes until it was crispy, crunchy. You could use tofu, you could use tempeh, you could use soy curls, which I'll get into all that at some point. A bit of broth in there. Beautiful. So I'm going to add some of this feta cheese. Some of the Beyond Meat crumbles. And I have some parsley that I just shredded. I'll just add that on top. You can add anything you like. And if you guys notice, I didn't add any oil to this, so it could be a no oil soup, like a Whole Foods plant-based no oil soup if you want it, or just you could add plant-based butter. You could add olive oil to it. I'm just gonna drizzle some onto the top here. And last but not least, I have some garlic bread. That's it right there. That's it. Look at that. Beautiful. Last thing, just a little bit of nutritional yeast. For me, not a lot. Or that nutritional yeast has an extra 5 grams of protein per tablespoon. Yum. Super delicious. Like, I love it. And I love knowing that it's inexpensive and you can build on it as far as like what you want to have on the top. Of course, I used a little bit of that feta, some of that Beyond Meat. That's just how to make it fancy. You don't have to make it fancy. You can just have it as it is. It's super good. And last thing, just so you know, like I have a ton. There's plenty in here. It is a huge batch. So I'm gonna have plenty for the next day. And if you have a family, this is a great family meal. It's awesome. What's better than enjoying a great soup? I don't know, one thing that's better. Enjoying a great soup with a hat on is the best. Oh, I miss my hats. If you enjoyed this video, please check out these videos over here. I got a lot more coming up. Thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for all your kind comments. Thanks so much. I hope we're helping benefit your cooking abilities. Until next time, see you soon.